Well, what do you think? Is there something you like to bring up? I actually managed to make sure to start this thing when I do. Been learning and learning and learning. I'm still trying to recover from the little ill stint. It was relatively mild, to say the least. It was, no, seriously, it was actually relatively mild. So I'm gonna be fine. Just don't expect me to be as excited as before. But at the very least, show must go on. Oh, there it is. And here we are. I did try to fix the. I was trying to get the scoreboard thing fixed. Well, scoreboard thing fixed, whatever. I was trying to get that fixed up to where it would look where it would pop out a little bit more. And I did end up selling on Monday Night Football, so I guess what better timing, right? So hopefully this helps a little bit. It's just a minor tweak. I did make it be the same font across the board or for the size there. But we're not here to talk about that kind of stuff. We're here to talk about hockey. And in this particular matchup, we have the battle of the team that got bought by the team that would form a sibling versus an actual sibling. Step siblings? That's the accurate way to say it? Who knows? But the last time we had the Icemen on here was like right at the start of the season where they spoiled the Gargoyles on their home opener in their first ever ECHL game. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they fare as they have been on a bit of a skid. Well, I say bit of a skid as if they were actually being consistent enough to warrant this saying it is. This the Icemen are probably at their most inconsistent point yet. Not a single loss in overtime and not a single loss in shootout. They've all been in regulation. 10-11 is not a record you should be having if you're trying to fight for a playoff spot. But that does mean they get 20 points on the dot. This and these they have a pretty bad goal differential. Like they're like they only got 53 in their goal differential is a -12. Just looking. It's a -12, which is not what you want out of a team like this. Whereas, and they're tied with the Swamp Rabbits for that fourth playoff spot at this early on. Icemen do have tiebreaker right now, but a loss here could affect things. And the Ghost Pirates haven't been very much better. Despite they do have a positive goal differential despite their record. So, those Pirates aren't doing terribly. They've just been struggling. They've also played fewer games. And this is the first of two matchups between these two teams in particular, which means it's going to be a sweep or a split. And they're going to be in Jacksonville tomorrow. See how fun that is for them. And when it came to how they've been faring, Pirates are trying to do what they can, build off of last season. The Icemen are just hoping they don't completely suck. I've had my reservations for about Teagle, and that early performance turned out to indeed be a fluke. Well, the guys didn't get back to the winning ways. Who knows? There's still a whole other or second half of the season to go. Whenever that halfway point is. But in terms of the goaltending, they've been having to play Ratzlaff a lot because there's a strong chance he's not going to be in Jacksonville for long. Again, as further evidence, he is once again starting in at net against Evan Cormier. So, two struggling teams going against each other in a battle of the siblings. I can only imagine how this would go. Remember, your overall records don't matter in your division. It's about these wonky ass tiebreakers. And believe me, there are some wonky tiebreakers. I think the main thing they rely on is like head to heads as within a certain degree and common schedule or whatever. There's some weird tiebreakers that are involved. But whatever those tiebreakers are, at least for now, Icemen have tiebreaker over Swamp Rabbits for that fourth spot. It's also worth mentioning that the Solar Bears have been catching up. They're now 3 points behind the Ghost Pirates after a horrible start to the season and losing 11 straight games. Maybe 12? I don't remember. It was an awful start, or in the most literal sense. They're lucky to even got themselves back in it. Really lucky. And they'll probably have more chances, provided they don't have that kind of losing streak again. You know how crazy things can be. Yeah, They actually got a band to do. They're doing the infantry band for the national anthem. Yeah, this is one of their military. I guess this is one of their military appreciation nights because they're wearing their military jerseys for the occasion. Well, the Ghost Pirates are. They are the home team. Then I got the infantry band for the anthem, and they're wearing the military jerseys. There's only so much variety you could do for a for military jerseys in a hockey game because you are talking about military. And because there's family that are most likely going to be watching, I'm tuned into the home feed. You see, that was Zach Carson is one of the refs. Yeah, that makes sense. Can at least not try to bail out the opposing team and just let the Icemen de- defeat themselves? It's pretty. It's like that's pretty much been the Icemen all throughout the season. And at this point, just no, don't want to blame at themselves. Refs don't help anything, but they're just standard refs. What else is new? Let's just watch some hockey. As the puck drop is underway, you make sure this is set up where I need it to be. Boom. So we already got an icing to open this period. Four straight? Jesus. How do you pull that off? Just pray you don't end up going through a losing streak like the Solar Bears did and you're fine. And that shot is saved as it was wide. And it's home jerseys versus military jerseys. Totally not confusing, right? As Iceman looking to try to get something. No, they can't. And why should I bother calling your name out? Well, that shot saved. As that we had an accidental slip from from a pirate. And it's a regroup progress. Yes. And now it's just been some back and forth. Somebody can't seem getting possessions. Looks like the Iceman. That shot leads to a turnover. And it's now the Pirates have their fair share of miscues. Now it's back in the hands of the Iceman. I guess I should be saying the sticks. Because they're using their sticks, not their hands. But whatever. Or whatever is supposed to make sense. And Cormier was out of his own net for a brief moment and to play the puck, but nothing really occurred. As the Icemen can't seem to get a shot going. Some Pirates now starting to advance the puck. Take a shot, and that's in for a Ghost Pirates goal to kick things off. No time wasted. Nobody there to help the goalie. Well, there was actually people there. It's just that nobody knows how to do it. Hunter Johannes is gonna be credited for the goal. And that is a quick one. As defense continues to be a major issue. It's been a major issue all throughout. As now the Icemen are Banting looking to. They can't. It's gonna be saved by Cormier. And they were looking to try to get a quick response in. They couldn't do it. As here we are on the face off in the Pirate zone. Bucks loose. As there's a kerfuffle. Well, Iceman with the puck, sending it down. And it's Grando. I think no, it's not. It's somebody else, and that is gonna be an Iceman goal. First, I thought it was Grando, but I think that may have actually been cost. Think, oh yeah, it's Constantini who gets it. Nobody there to help him out. He was just sitting it down there alone. Just all he was all alone on that. So they do get the quick evenness as the Pirates are probably thinking of trying to make it a lead again. The ones and sevens keep looking off sometimes. That's what I'll say. And that is another goal for the Ghost Pirates. And rapid response again. And they have yet to update the scoring on here. Goes right past Ratzlaff. And that's the lead right back for Savannah. And there still hasn't been an update to the score ordering on the app. Guess they're still trying to sort that out. Not sure how they could still be. As they all they were, and that is going to be saved. Let me see if the ECHL app is doing better with it. Nope, not much better. So they still haven't updated it on the apps. Surprised that Adam Schefter is not having some poor take this Adam Schefter. What else you expect from him? Oh yeah, the Game War is supposed to be starting soon. I'll see what can be got track of. If I can. But there have been so many different kinds of shots. And the net is going to come off. There's still no updates, which is odd. Normally there's about real time with an update. Okay, they're starting to update them now. There's the Constantini. There were assists from Crane and Jordan. Then on it. They'll add the other one in a moment, I'm sure. They've been taking their sweet time updating it. And got a little bit of a kerfuffle if they're having to be separated. I don't know why it takes them as long as they do to update all the stats and stuff. Maybe they need to switch to a better provider. Them to a better provider for their apps. That might help them out. It absolutely would. Their dairy operator is taking an off day. And that's what I have to say. At the very least, I can see it all unfold as that is saved. They're okay, they got the updated goals now. Dennis Asana. Funny enough, both of the Savannah goals have involved Evan Nouse as an assist. I was just finishing a cough drop here. And more accidental slipping, as that shot is not going to go through. It's been pretty even in shots on goal. And there's not going to be another chance there. But they can still they'll try and get it back. As the Pirates end up losing the puck, but they get it back. And then watch them lose it again, only to get it back again. Yep, called it. And then they lose it again. Constantini. It's blocked. Let me see here. I'm wondering if I could just have the audio all the way down, have YouTube launched. Just been all kinds of back and forth. I'll try to give some updates regarding the hmm. Just been all kinks. Just trying to make sure of stuff. Okay. I think I got it. Alright. So I should have it set to where the audio doesn't pick it up as much. Game Wars can be a bit of a joke anyway, but I'm still gonna try to get some updates on that thing. And there's another goal for the Ghost Pirates, right? As they just score their third of the period. Their third of the period, folks. And that was Bryce Brodzinski. And once again, it's Evan now credit for an assist. Second assist hat trick. I'm just trying to preserve my voice as much as possible. So there's that to be concerned about. And Rat's Laugh is able to stop that one. And I feel like there could be a chance. I feel like there might be a chance they'll pull Constantine. Not Constantine. They'll pull Rat's Laugh if things continue to go south at this rate. Maybe. Like, this is already quite bad for the Icemen. And I gotta be thinking if they're gonna that they might be considering pulling Ratslav after there's a fourth goal in such a short span. Because we're past the halfway mark of this first period and 3 goals have been allowed. And last last update is that the Bullion's the backup. So I wonder what that's going to mean. It's our it's already getting embarrassing for them. I'm sure. It's not gonna help in goal differential, for sure. And another turnover. There's all kinds of turnovers from everybody. And there's one right there. And the Icemen almost got themselves a chance, but it was blocked by Cormier. Keep in mind there hasn't been a penalty called yet. Who knows if that'll change? Most I can do is just keep an eye out. Another turnover there. As they're calling offsides. I'm still trying to get over it, okay? As long as I don't go overboard with my voice, I'll be alright. I'm just trying the best I can to get through this. Iceman with the puck. I almost went out of play, but it's going to stay in bounds. It's going the opposite way. Iceman couldn't get to it in time. That's going to be an icing. And it's almost time for the game wars to begin. See about the back and forth action here. I'll try to update everything as I tend to see it. If, for anything related to Game Awards. And I'll be here during intermissions for it. See what they say. There's bound to be some that end up being absolute misfires. And they are going to stop the clock there. Guess we're icing. Or not. I guess it hit. No, I guess it hit the net first. No, it was icing. Went all the way down. They're going to wave off. This goes the opposite way. And now the Pirates taking it back. Gonna be some back and forth. Trying to get the puck. It's been stuck a few times now. There's some saves there from Raslav. They're trying here. They're trying. They must really want to make sure to bench Raslav. But they need a little bit more effort than that to do so. And now it'll be called for icing. 6:32 to go in the first period. I think based on years past, the official main show itself starts at 8. And bits of the pre-show and the main pre-show stuff is at 7:30. Is the way they do it. Regardless, there'll be a little something. There are going to be some reveals and stuff here, like they usually do. I actually remember this was happening this time. It's happening at the same time I chose this game. At least I can manipulate audio, so I'm good. And I'll probably have to get another drink of water here in a bit. Because it's almost about that time for me to get some energy stuff going. Maybe some decongestion. Looking for. No, it's not going to go in. Saves keep being made. Still no penalty calls yet. So Pirates looking for another opportunity. That is straight into the legs of Ratzlaff. And they'll go on a little media timeout here. I should start paying more attention to some of these shows. Some of these gaming presentation shows. Oh yeah, this whole thing about viewer discretion stuff. What else is new? The opening act. Right. Opening act. I remember the joke being this is the Please Wrap It Up Awards. Like, can you please just hurry and wrap it up already? Oh, I see. Donato's made their way to Savannah instead. That makes sense. Yeah, it's pre-show. The actual award show starts at 8. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. I doubt that. Inspiring for me? Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Hey, Sydney. So we're getting our first look at a back and forth yet again, but also another new game here. Razai plays that one. It goes right back. There goes Pirates. Is that a game where you play as a dog? Hey, we had a game where you play as a cat. Might as well have a game where you play as a dog. Right? Makes sense. You can't have one but not the other. And there's a goal right there for the Icemen. And there's Van Wy who gets it in. And he's pretty much still continues to be an asset for him. Um, that's we haven't heard much about him in a while. And so they're crediting the assist to Patrick Botkoff. So best family game went to DK Bonanza. As we see Doug Bowser, who's about to move on from the company, he taking the award. Wonder that means if he's gonna shove it up his butt as he makes it out of there trying to steal one. So but it is back to a 1 goal game for the Icemen, and as they are looking to stop that one, and they do, and we get see it's just back and forth once more. Uh, right. It still picks up a little bit. I try, okay? I try. It's been a highly explosive first period. I can tell you that much. Definitely been highly explosive. And still without a penalty. They're showcasing a first person horror game. I heard something talking about Souls, so it's probably gonna be a Souls like first person core game. I can imagine that's what it's probably going to be. But they are on a media timeout. Nope, nope, they're not. Apparently, somebody who made Audio Surf is coming out with another product. I guess it's gonna be themed around music. As time continues winding down over here, down to the final minute of the first period, and trying to get it in. They signaling a score for the Icemen to tie it up. Is that Greg Martin coming out with it? Yeah, it's Greg Martin who ties it up, and they credit Christopher Brown for the assist, and with time winding down too. And it says, I was saying it was a highly explosive first period with the scoring. Certainly has been. Certainly has been. Oh, yeah. This whole thing. I think I saw some, heard some cheers over, or not EA. Yeah, and that's the end of the first period as Doom ends up winning an award over some innovation stuff. So they're definitely looking to keep things up. So that's now Doom. So we had some interesting stuff occur throughout. We're tied at three apiece going into period number two. So they're talking about goal or stuff. Like it's already been a shootout. So I can't. So despite the whole thing about the and the oh yeah, there was this whole thing about a certain kind of game that got hit with all kinds of issues that led to it being shut down. Guild Wars 2 is apparently getting some stuff in. What the heck is a product from Team Soda? Not sure why you would call yourself Team Soda. But it's definitely going to be a top downer. Yeah, so I'm going to go get myself something to drink. Oh, yeah, they're having a swearing in to some of the people that are going into a form of military duty. So, who? I have no idea who they were talking about. Best esports. Well, this is gonna go to whoever or or has the least amount of controversy surrounding them, I'm sure. Because there's no way they're gonna avoid controversy. And it goes to Counter and best esports game goes to Counter Strike 2. Best athlete for esports. I'm not sure if I would call them athletes. If that's what we're. But yeah, enjoy the controversy. Best esports team? Yeah, enjoy the controversy. I'd be surprised if a team named the Falcons won. Yeah, I said it. I had to make that football reference. Yep, go figure. A team named Falcons did not win an award. I'm not surprised in the slightest. The Falcons suck. And they're going to suck again tonight against the Buccaneers. Yeah, I'm doing all the sports references I can over that. Oh, yeah. Another premiere. Capcom's. What? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're supposed to be taking a look at. We're supposed to be taking a look at one of the new games from Capcom. I think I saw somewhere they're saying that we're also supposed to be receiving some further details of the upcoming Resident Evil game, which I have seen. It's it's a game that I tend to prefer. Resident Evil has become one of those franchises where I prefer watching other people play versus playing it myself. After all, shooters aren't my thing, but I can't deny the impact Resident Evil has had. And I can't deny that there have been a resurgence in the IP starting with 7. Heck, I even own RE7, a copy of it. Oh, they added Switch 2 to the lineup. Huh. They added Switch 2 to that particular kind of game. I already knew Requiem was gonna make its way to Switch 2 alongside the rest of the current trilogy. And from what, but that they weren't showcasing Resident Evil. They were showcasing one of their other games. But the RE engine has pretty much become the standard engine Capcom uses, and they use it for all their they've been using it for all their products since RE7. Monster Hunter runs on it. And, oh, that's interesting. Uma Musume actually won the Best Mobile Game Award. I figured it would go to something more established. Granted, I don't know when it came out, when the that that female derby game came out, but I know that the rest of them were pretty established. Whether it was a release from a major company or been out for a while longer. Wow, thanks for bringing up ADHD. Give it enough time, they'll try to tell you that, oops, you probably took something that gave you ADHD. You should take this to cure it. I can definitely tell you, dude, that's what they recently did with autism over here in the US. Give it enough time, they'll be doing the exact same thing for ADHD. Just watch. Screw what the medical science shows and how much it's trying to evolve. Let's just focus in on the fact that we managed to find our own version of a cure and diagnosis treatment. After all, the standard is the standard, right? They're making us a lot. They have us a Solasta 2. I didn't even know there was a first one. Okay, we got something equivalent to a tanks game, like the World of Tanks. Is that what we got here? No, it doesn't look much like it. Well, it's called Tank Rat anyway. Or I think that's what it said what you control is. Probably, knowing how things seem to be, it probably is called Tank Rat. Yep, it's called Tank Rat. Yeah, I know we are. Oh yeah, they were saying something about Sleep Token being a musical performance. I wonder how that would work for a Game Awards. Oops, turns out we managed to collaborate with Nine Inch Nails for a video game soundtrack that we're not gonna reveal until later down the road. Just like what happened with Tron Ares. It's probably gonna be for a shitty game, but we'll at least work out our way. Yeah, best independence game. Yeah, it was me. I had a feeling it was. I heard good things about Expedition 33, and in terms of what's come out, it was it was likely gonna be between that and Hollow Knight. Can't say I'm surprised. It was gonna be between Hollow Knight and Expedition 33. And I can't deny that. And I I need to get. I haven't even bothered with much of the first one for Hollow Knight. I think I might have enough time to throw this away first. I got another one, but it's only for a quickie because I forgot to do a little something here. And that was I needed to take take one of these big pills to help with some sick stuff. I take any sick pills, big sick pills, as they talk about this little thing here. Check, 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 and check everything else. All right. Badger board. Okay. Welcome to Silly Cartoon Land. Cyber Badger. I guess then they're making references all kinds of video games here. The Last Badger. Guess we had. I guess that was Bloodborne and then Cyberpunk and now Last of Us. Nope. It's weird. We're suddenly switched over to real life footage. What the heck kind of trailer is this? What? Was that like some sort of dream? Bradley the Badger. PC. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea what that game was supposed to be. Bradley the Badger. It's probably plug stuff in. Yeah. And now we get anime like trailer or stuff for some other game. And, but the players are coming back out for the second period. So I can actually do this. And I'm glad I got the audio the way I do it, because otherwise I probably would have been copyrighted. Oh no, not a copyright, whatever, but I do. Can't fight copyright, apparently. Really don't get why they have to do this. What the heck, anime like thing? And it's involving a girl and a zombie. If I'm seeing this right. I'm probably gonna end up never picking that game up. With how stupid that, with how some of the stupidity is. There's only so many games I can pick out at a given time. Eh, stupid never dies. Yeah, that sounds pretty much like the trailer. Eh, so, well, let's at least get this one going. Let's see if we can get this second period going. And the puck did drop. Getting some start on the second period action. That is straight into the net for Savannah right away. That is goal number 4 for the Ghost Pirates. Quick strike, not long into the first period. Oh, good. Minecraft didn't win best adaptation. Good. Screw that pile of garbage. That's it. Yeah. So Liam Walsh got the goal, and yeah, they just pulled Rats left. Yeah. They apparently went. They apparently are apparently done with Ratslab anyway. Okay then. Didn't expect that. Well, it's been on pace for a shootout. I didn't think. I guess Sequel saw enough. Yeah, they pulled up for Michael Bullion. Funny. Hospital grades against his former team. You know, it's funny by that. And that was also an unassisted goal, as they're gonna call offsides. So I guess seeing that quick goal was enough for Tickle to say, you know what, you're done for the night. Give me that veteran there. And now they're gonna officially start the Oh my god, I'm cringe awards. proper. So I wonder how that's gonna go. But we are gonna get our first penalty of the game. And it's gonna go against the Pirates. They're gonna call it against Noah Carroll for roughing. Yeah. Let's bring in the orchestra of endless singing of cringe. Man, some stuff going on. That was over stuff going on near the Pirate bench. Then they okay, I need to turn that down just a tiny bit. That should help. And now we get this. And there's all kinds of stuff they could be doing here. Whereas we get our first power play of the game going to the Icemen. But that was almost a shorthander. But they couldn't get it. That was almost a shorthander for Savannah. But they are able to prevent it. As the Icemen are going to go back to the attack. That one is deflected. And it hits the net. I guess it still picks stuff up. I keep trying. I'm trying, guys, okay? Maybe it's actually the audio I need to lower. Maybe it's that back there for the game. I don't know. That one is deflected. But it's almost into the clear, but it's gonna be the opportunity for a shorthander that is missed. It's in the Iceman zone. Backing all the way out. It's gonna be the Pirates regrouping. Turnover. It's now Iceman in control. And they advance it. No, it's going to clear. And that is straight into Cormier. With 14 to go on the power play. And they're just showcasing footage of all the stuff that came out over the past year. That's all it is. I'm trying to fight through this. And I have to go to this game tomorrow anyway. Plus, there's an appointment. And that's going to do it for the penalty. Savannah's going to be back up to full strength. And there's actually a penalty coming up towards the Iceman. They're going to get Patrick back off for hooking. No, Power play is not taken advantage of by the Icemen, and now they're going to have to go straight on to the penalty kill. And no, they still haven't mic'd up the refs at the arena. At least not here in Jacksonville. They haven't gone to do that yet. Would be nice if they could. Yeah, we'll see about your best. You've had your fair share of issues. And I don't see a platformer winning this year. I'm trying to get through this, but that's gonna be cleared out. And now the Icemen are gonna get a chance at a short-hander. Shot straight into the glove, and that's going back to the Pirates as play is still alive. Turnover as that puck gets shot straight all the way down and forcing a clear. Pirates not able to do that much on a power play. And I'm sure there have been some stuff. I mean, sucks to hear, man. Sucks to hear. And they are going to call another penalty. And this one is going to be on Riley Hughes. It'll be for interference. And he ain't happy about it. Because it's going to briefly be a 4-on-4 before it transitions into the Iceman power play. And I think whoever is trying to sort out the penalty thing is having a tough time with the score bug. From what it looks like. And the 4-on-4 is about to end. And yeah, it did end. So we got ourselves another power play. And it's pretty much had some issues throughout. Neither side's been able to do much of anything on these power play opportunities. Shots not going in the direction they wanted to go in, being deflected. And that one just straight. That one is actually saved by Cormier. If they're gonna go in a face off. And wonder what the delay is. Okay. All right. And it's going down. It was for a shorthanded opportunity. There was an accidental slip again. And I don't think the Icemen are going to be able to do much of anything on this one. It's pretty much going to be killed. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do anything with this. As this is going to put the teams back to full strength. Iceman advancing down. Shot. Stop. It's blocked. And Hades apparently won Best Action Game. More indie stuff getting recognized. And that is saved by Bullion. Okay, that makes sense. The Studio GP Track 50, sound by Hiroyuki Kobayashi, the producer of Sogoku Basara, RE4, DMC 1 and 4, Killer 7, Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, that would have made more sense to do for like an introduction. Honor the debut here, huh? I'll see about that. Watch it be more slop. Here in period 2, it's saved again by Bullion. Well, thanks, NFL, for letting me know there's a game that's about to start or is going live. Like, I need to know that. Everyone's starting to post about graphics. Let me know if it actually runs smoothly. Dingus. Oh, yeah, and you're doing the same thing, Apple TV. Oh, it's a Star Wars game. Fate of the Old Republic. Okay. Man, KOTOR making a return with FOTOR. Get it? Because those are the abbreviations. We go from KOTOR to FOTOR. As this, nobody's been able to actually do anything in right yet at here this point. And we get interference from Miss Piggy. Hold it, Piggy. You decided to step in. That's 2 minutes for interference. Go to the penalty box. It's also a flag effort at the spot of the foul and automatic first down to, well, this game. I want to I want to know who the heck thought. I want to know how the heck they pulled that off. We are talking about Muppets. They have to. I wonder how they're able to do it without revealing the puppeteers who do that. I mean, obviously camera angles, but still. But yeah, Kotor returns as Kotor. And that is not going through there. As the Pirates have a chance. Oh, yay, Evanescence. Huh. I don't know what kind of they're all training you're going to do there. I don't know what kind of think what they're trying to do there for a commercial. Is that Maximilian dude? Hmm. Be a single player game. What the heck? Isn't it one of the old Newgrounds things? Or something like that? Jeez. See all kinds of stuff during this second period of hockey. Battlefield Red Sector. Oh boy. Of all the things I could have seen. I'm pretty sure that was like a thing back in like maybe the Battlefield 3 days. Because that is old. And I mean old. Old, old. Man, I don't know why I've been to all that junk there. However. Oh great, we're getting John Carpenter involved. All this. There is a penalty called. And it's Nathan Dunkley for interference. So it's another power play for the Pirates. In case you couldn't tell already. Oh yeah, they're doing their kiss cam thing there. Controversial gaming's controversial history. The what are we talking about? Okay. This to do with King's Quest at this point? Um, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like I really don't get it. And at least I can pay attention to multiple things at once. Pirates looking for the opening. They do get it. It's a power play goal for the Pirates. Number 5 for them. And that is Riley Hughes who gets it. And since that was on a power play, both teams are back at full strength. And somebody actually does something. And we see all kinds of things. I don't think it's going to be seen showing your child that. Just trying to keep an eye out on anything that occurs. And that is no. Well, no, go in. But I think they call that an icing. Oh, that's just. Oh, it was revealing a new game called Divinity. Hmm. That is not my first guess. Bigger than their previous game? Huh. I'll believe it. I see it. But yeah, it's just more back and forth stuff here. It's just been variety of things. And I think there is a no. I think that was an icing. I wonder what. I think I remember why I keep forgetting the Game Awards exist. But no matter. Still got some hockey to watch. As the second period is winding down. Wonder if that's probably off the nets. And we got some extracurricular here involving Dunkley. Probably trying to egg somebody on. Wouldn't surprise me if that was actually the case. That's a liar. Yep, that sounds accurate. So they're showcasing. Okay, well, there's your choice for best actor for a video game. Well, trying to keep track of as much stuff as I can. See, yeah, it goes in its final 5 minutes of the second period. It's Jennifer English for Expedition 33. It takes a village. Funny how you're saying that. I don't know if there's anything that's feeling like a village right now. It's usually for their performance on a certain project, just so we're clear. Yeah, there's been all kinds of reveals and stuff. And I can tell we're probably not going to get much of anything else throughout the second period. It kind of tamed down a little bit, but we did start seeing penalties a little bit. As there have been several chances of something going in. Oh, thanks for telling me about that whole thing. But seriously though, for a bad robot. Yep, you're called bad robot, alright. Oh boy, here we go. More co-op games. I can only imagine how these will go. I'm just trying to pay attention to see if anything else occurs. So far, nothing. It's just been so. Oh yeah, forgot. Bad Robot is literally a movie studio. Apparently, they got a separate gaming division. Didn't think much about it. I didn't even know Bad Robot had a gaming division. Maybe they just opened it. I don't know. I knew Bad Robot was a thing. I just didn't know they had an actual gaming division. And I can only imagine how complicated of a mess that would be. We all know how things seem to go. For loop. Fail to save the world. Interesting slogan stuff. Seriously though, Bad Robot has a gaming division? Since when? But yeah, it's certainly been looking a little grim here. So we're entering the final minute of the period. We'll still have another 20 to go. Well, another 20 minutes to go. And back and forth it still goes. Oh, and that is going to go through for an Iceman goal. That's Bennett MacArthur, or who's coming out of the huddle. Oh, who gets that one. And that's a and it's another assist for Christopher Brown and one for Dunkley that gets credited. And with 34 seconds to go in the second period, it's kind of been a shootout. That one almost went in as well, but it won't didn't. And as this is likely how the second period comes to a close, and Bullion plays the puck a little bit, and yeah, that's probably gonna do it for the period. And there it is. Second period ends with a 1 goal difference. One goal difference between the teams. And we'll try to cover some of the gaming stuff that comes up along the way. Yeah. Savannah leads 5-4 after another period. There's still another round of 20 to go. And what has been pretty much a shootout. Watch nobody score again, and this ends up being the final score. Seems to be a recurring theme. So, ontos or ontos? I wonder how you pronounce that. Ontos. That's it. That's how it's pronounced. Ontos. Oh boy, here we go. We gotta get our routine gotcha announcements. So let's advertise Zenless Zone Zero while we're at it. Let's advertise the new character for that game. Players gotta make their appearance somehow. Why not an ad for their new character in one of their products? It makes sense. Yeah, no, they have to. What else are they gonna do? We got a new hot chick for you to try to play it. Hey, and you need to come play our game now. We need your money. Pretty much what the ad tends to scream. That seems to be a recurring theme for a lot of these gotcha games. Hey, we got ourselves a brand new hot chick for you to play as. Why don't you come check out our game and try to spend your hard-earned money to try to get her? We're always looking to get some money off you. You know how it is. Oh yeah, we gotta have a Switch 2 ad. They saying Requiem's gonna be third person. Is that what they're trying to do here? Or are they trying to do like a hot? They saying they're going to do like a hybrid? I don't get it. Well, we're gonna have to find out. Free 2v2 fighting game. Aim to play duo with a friend, apparently. Do some tagging and stuff. January 2026. Okay. So 2XKO is coming out soon. It'll be free to play. Alright then. On select nominees through Amazon. Notice that. Oh, look. See what you have to talk about. Games for Impact. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Games for Impact. They're doing this award next. Apparently supposed to be more like a invigorate nostalgia thing. I have no idea. Does any sort of logic exist for anybody? I don't know. I'm just trying to pay attention to stuff here. So I wonder how everything else would be going in a certain way. I guess there's gonna be some games that start after this game's over. Man, nobody wants to score in Thursday Night Football, huh? Sounds accurate. Sounds accurate. Really does. It really does sound accurate. Oof. I'll get over it. I just maybe I'll be recovered enough for Monday Night Football. For how boring of a game that's going to be. And you know it's gonna be boring. Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about Resident Evil now. So they're now gonna showcase the new Resident Evil. I think it's supposed to come out next month as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's literally right around the corner. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look creepy at all. Certainly, it's gonna be interesting. All the way back to, all the way to the mansion. Well, we got our showcase of Leon Kennedy that people have been clamoring for. I'm sure there's going to be some happy people. I'm sure there's people that are happy that they're getting their Leon Kennedy. And that he'll be playable in some way. Probably as the main protagonist. Yeah, it comes out late February. Two playable characters. So they're both going. It's going to take place from two perspectives. Yep. Alright, that helps. So you ain't the sole lead. Project 10 years in the making? Why would it take 10 years to make something? You either have to get really carried away or be really stupid. Not sure. Apparently somebody finally found the end zone. So I wonder how they're gonna handle it now. Man, I need to cut my fingernails again. Maybe I could do it while we're doing this multitask stuff. I need to cut my fingernails. So we got Order of the Sinking Star. 1,000 puzzles, 10 years in the making. You seriously need a 10 years to make a bunch of puzzles? You really are crazy. You really are crazy for doing that. You gotta wonder how they're able to try to put together over 1,000 puzzles without having to recycle old idea, without having to recycle a bunch of stuff. Can't be easy. And you'd be one crazy person over it. I'm wondering if somebody is still trying to hold out for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Well, it probably got silently canceled. Knowing some luck. all I can say. Just sort of saying. Certainly feels like there's only so much to go around. Oh yeah, I wonder how they managed to handle that motion capture. Did they even manage to get it accurate? No matter, it's about to be the start of the third period. Well, look at that attendance. Must be great to go there, right? I mean, it is a Thursday, but still. Apparently, we're getting about a year and a half look into Exodus. Yay, time for something new. Like, we haven't been seeing all kinds of new stuff already. Oh, look, we got Pet the Dog for good luck. Trying to go back and forth here. First tease of what you've been working on. I can only imagine it's going to be another new game. That 46 into by Tool. Am I hearing 46 and 2 by Tool from the trailer? That has to be. I I've heard that song before. I know that. Yeah, that is 46 and 2. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is 46. That is 46 and 2 by Tool. They're using for that trailer. They be, they better have. They must have paid an enormous amount of money just to get those rights for Warlock Dungeon for Dungeons and Dragons Warlock. The gameplay reveal next year. Set to launch next in 2027. Jeez. Oh yeah, the new version of Afterlife. Well, thanks for telling me Bill Murray is there, but we are in the third period. But it'll just be another one of those kinds of cases. Well, as we head into third period, got a little something here. We're talking about Devil May Cry. All right, trying to bounce back and forth here. Puck's in the Iceman zone. But this one's gonna end up going through the clearer. As that is, oh, that was close. It bounced off the crossbar. Really bounced off the crossbar. And we have a trailer to Ring of Fire. Because go figure, it's gotta be Ring of Fire. It's just crazy to think, right? And we're still trying to see something going on. This is all building up to Fallout. And there, fires. Nope. Mhm. That's all just Game Pass stuff. And they were just showing Gears coming next year, but I don't get it. I guess it was to the theme of fault. Something to do with Fallout, whatever. Let's just at least get to the game here. Iceman, what the fuck? Shot is stopped, blocked. Just some standard back and forth action going on here. You know, the usual. Cut my fingernails here. Now it's the Pirates looking to try to extend their lead by any measure they can. Iceman is just hoping to try to tie it up. Maybe force overtime if they can. They got so close if it weren't for that crossbar. There's the shot, it's saved. And for a rebound, it ends up in the hands of the Pirates. It gets sent down for a clear. And yeah, that there wouldn't have gone so well. But there is stoppage. Icing maybe? Yeah, most likely. Just back and forth here. Things continue. Alright, it's trying for a puck. It will ultimately end up with the Iceman after it made it all the way down. And turnover. More turnover. And a little bit more turning it over. Or you can't tell who's in possession right now. Trying to get into the net, it can't seem to do so. And there's just been a lot of things that haven't been lining up for anyone. Just been in a battle trying to get it into the net. How are they gonna do this? Oh no. It's been hard to tell. And there's just been endless back and forth. Yeah, I have a feeling that was for Remedy. Resident. Yeah, sounds like it. Probably what it's gonna be called. Control Resident, yeah. And they're talking about Florida Man stuff now. Now in sports. What else is there? Just, I haven't seen much of anything noteworthy. There's this year has been pretty boring, all things considered. And there's the goal for the Icemen. They they tie up, and it's Van Wy again, and who gets his second. And we have ourselves a game here. And that there's an assist from MacArthur and Botkoff for credits. There ought to be some interesting stuff. Dang a dragon? Huh. Oh, we're actually getting to see Street Fighter as a movie. Get this another attempt at a Street Fighter movie. Interesting. Interesting they choose here to showcase their little trailer. And it's really the right place. It is technically a game, but related to the game, but whatever. We can just focus back on here, which still been rather boring as having that goal to tie. You win! Yeah, we'll see who wins after this. You're joking! Yeah, like that reference there. I had a feeling they were gonna try to go with. Yeah, no surprises here. They got WWE wrestlers. Knew they would are doing that. Yeah, they had to showcase the casting, even though it's kind of already been known. Orville Peck in a Street Fighter movie. Yes, you saw that one right. It's you are seeing that correctly. Orville Peck. Jeez, thanks for telling us a little bit about that. Oh man, they had to go through that. Jeez, thanks for talking about that, Roman. Meanwhile, I'm trying to focus in on this. Yeah, there'll be people that make noise. So silly it blends into perfect. Sounds about right. And well, we got ourselves a goal apparently. They're gonna show the replay. It's for the Icemen. I need to show it. There it is. Wonder if it's one of the usual faces. Yep, Greg Martin gets his second of the game. And this time it was Brody Crane. And they had to say that in unison too. So Craig Martin is able to get the lead for the first time all game for the Icemen. See if the Pirates can respond. Is it ongoing game? At least it wasn't Overwatch. There's a breakaway chance. That almost went through. As the Icemen are looking to try to extend their little lead here. They try to get through, but they can't. They'll face off. Just crazy thing. It's funny. Somebody said game in third round for a hockey game. Like, oopsies, I thought you meant. And your little fighting game appearance is in the third round. You ready? Fight! It's funny. Yeah, that works. Oh, I think they're about to go through their whole thing with Lego Batman. First. Yeah, thanks for that. So, this is one of the games I'm kind of looking forward to. They've been taking more time for their main games. It's just been tons of craziness. We're going into the final 5 minutes of the game, well, of regulation, that is. Just back and forth here. Oh, it's available to pre-order. Cool. So, just I'm just trying to keep track of this here. It looks like it's going to be a Lego version of the history of Batman in video games. Oh, I know the design goes with Battlefield 6. Okay, then. That's just a hilarious name. And Moist Critical gets Content Creator of the Year. I'm just trying to keep track. This game is probably about to come to an end, so I won't be able to provide much more for terms of updates here, but Fatal Fury did win an award. There are definitely a couple games I'll be interested in looking at. And GTA 6, of course, got most anticipated game. Who can see that coming? But I think fans about to pull their goalie. They haven't already. Try and keep an eye out. Nope, not yet. They're probably up, be starting to look for it. Nope, not a chance to do so yet for them. It's coming out. Can't get time to go down there at all. They haven't been able to do so. They finally do it. Yep, they did finally do it. And so there is an extra man out there in this final minute of regulation. And that is going to be a penalty coming up at the worst possible time for the Pirates. I'm surprised it took this long for them to call their favorite penalty, which is a tripping call. And they're and it's Liam Walsh going into the penalty box. It'll be 5-on-4 power play. And I think that might end up sealing the fate. And so, yeah, I think that's probably going to seal it for this. It was a shootout. It's about to end in regulation, barring some shenanigans. And Farina's clawing at my door. And geez, Farina, I got some laundry to put away. As this is probably gonna be how the game ends. Pirates, they, I don't know if they went for the extra man or not. I doubt they'll be able to do so, so without AR. They did, and that'll be icing. So they did go for the extra attacker. Are they gonna stick with? Are they gonna stay with it for the rest of the game? Despite being on a power play? I mean penalty kill? I don't know why you're calling timeout now. It's pretty much gonna be in vain. Yeah, I don't get the Ghost Pirates. Game's effectively over at this point, barring some crazy stuff. Yeah, they're just leaving the extra attacker out there. This, and they'll try to squeeze in a quickie. Apparently, not sure why they would need that little time out there. But it's pretty much good as over. And that is going to do it. That Icemen come back and win in regulation 6-5. And they're both going to be coming to Jacksonville for game 2 of the series tomorrow. We'll see if the Icemen can sweep it. But that's how the game is going to end. And that is where I'm going to sign off here before my voice starts to give out a little more. Or from this stuff. Or whatever gunk there is in here. I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in to this. And until next time, travel safely. Bye, everyone.